Bitcoin pumped today. Ethereum pumped today. Even good old ADA decided to pump today. But if you're not paying attention, a lot of people are going to get fooled by this pump and end up losing money if they're not paying attention to the crypto chart. When we look at the way Bitcoin's moving, we saw a little bit of consolidation right here. And prices ended up breaking down, making this run toward the upside. This was a textbook play. We knew that this was going to happen. But then after this happened, it dropped towards the downside. All right, not a surprise there. It ended up making its way toward the upside, got rejected, and then came down and started consolidating within this range right here. And this is where people mess up and actually end up losing money, because we have to realize what's actually happening. Because as excited as we were, yes, Bitcoin finally hit $90,000. The major thing that a lot of people forgot was we've already been here multiple times. I always say, if you want to make money in crypto, you have to look to the left. I know my left, you're right, it's confusing, but look at the chart. And this is what I mean, is that Bitcoin, when it originally did this little bit of consolidation and ended up coming back down to hit this level of support, it ran up, and what happened? It got rejected at the non-decay price range, and then prices came down. It attempted to run back up, got rejected once again at the non-decay price range. 90K price range rejection, 90K price range rejection. So like I just said, if you want to make money in crypto in the future, what do you have to do? Take a look to the left, take a look to the past, and we can see that 90K is that range where prices got rejected multiple times. So now entering that 90K price range, we should have known this was most likely a price range in which prices was going to get rejected, especially once you take a look at the RSI showing, hey, the RSI was extended towards the top side. We're very close towards that 70. So what does that mean? It means we have more chances of moving towards the downside than we have of prices continuously running towards the top side. And if you look on the left, once again, what happened was prices ran towards that top side, it got rejected, and prices ended up coming down. I would have been more bullish for prices potentially breaking out of this level of resistance and potentially moving higher toward the upside if the RSI wasn't so high, if it was more towards the bottom side, which would have indicated, hey, this might finally be that breakout that we were waiting for. But the fact that we hit a level of resistance and we were overextended just pointed to me prices were most likely going to go down. Now, does that mean that the crypto market isn't really going to move and then prices are just going to continue to move sideways and then eventually crash? No, not necessarily. What we have to realize about consolidation, what's happening is prices are actually battling. There's a fight between the bulls and the bears. Deciding is prices going to move up or are prices going to move down? Now, the thing that a lot of people don't know is that the longer prices consolidate, then the more of an explosion we have towards the upside or the downside. So right now, Bitcoin is moving like a bottle of wine that's getting ready to burst. So if you think about a bottle of wine, if you have that bottle of wine and you keep shaking it and shaking it and shaking it and shaking it, and finally you pop open the top, boom, you're going to have an explosion. But the longer you shake it, the bigger the explosion is going to be. So the longer prices continue to consolidate within this movement, we may see a huge explosion toward the upside or a huge explosion towards the downside. So what do you do if you're in that situation where you don't know if prices are actually going to skyrocket up or if prices are going to end up crashing, moving towards the downside? And I understand, because I feel like the crypto market right now is very divided into two, where some people are saying prices are going to pump and other people are saying prices are going to crash. So this is what I do, and it's the same thing that I tell people in my private community is, number one, I always recommend that you have two portfolios, one for the long term. The long term is very simple. As you continue to see that the crypto market is crashing and prices are moving lower, then you can look to accumulate those key crypto projects towards the downside that you know have strong fundamentals, which historically shows even though these crypto projects do move towards the downside, they typically have a very strong history of always running back towards the upside. But I will not look to buy when prices are green and we're seeing everything move higher and higher and higher like we are today. And when it comes to making profit in the short term, simply wait for your setup. I always say money goes from the impatient trader to the patient trader, meaning you might have to sit on your hands. If you are someone who may be looking to potentially make a good trade on Bitcoin or Solana or BNB or any of these other crypto projects, you have to be patient and wait for prices to tell you, hey, this is potentially a good time to enter that short position. And that short position is if we see that crypto project run up to a key level of resistance which has shown us historically every time prices hit this range, it ends up coming towards the downside and moving lower. So then you end up making profit. Or when you see prices dip back down towards that major level of support and you have that confirmation, not just on the chart, but also on another indicator telling you, hey, this is potentially a good time to buy. Because typically when prices hit this level multiple times, we've seen it again and again and again, it typically will run towards the upside. Today, we had a nice pump in the crypto market, and we saw a lot of crypto projects have a nice pump. Here we saw that Virtual did almost 25%. We saw that Arrow did almost 20%. Even our top crypto project, here we saw that XRP today did almost 10% for the entire week. And I think now the volatility in the market is starting to come back, because we have to keep in mind that it was the holiday season. During the holiday season, guess what? People are spending time with their friends, with their family. There's less liquidity in the market. But now the holiday season's over. And next week is a very important day, because next week we're going to get our unemployment data. And if those numbers come out not as we expected, then we're going to see the crypto market have some type of big move. But number one, just remember, do not rush to make a trade. When I was brand new to crypto, I quickly realized that whenever I would just rush to make a trade, it never, very, very rarely did it ever go my way. And number two, just stick to your game plan and stick to your strategy if it's working, because the crypto market is very volatile and it is always changing. And now that the market is changing, that strategy that you have has to also change if it's not helping you achieve the crypto goal to make as much money as you're looking to make. And if you're someone that's been trying to invest crypto, that's been trying to trade crypto, you're trying to short to make money while crypto goes down, but it still hasn't been going your way, check the link in the bio for the free crypto class that I'm going to be having that's going to be live, where I'm going to share the crypto strategy that's helped me achieve my crypto goals. And we're going to have a Q&A at the end to make sure that you really understand the strategies and you're able to tailor it to hit your crypto goals.